Hey guys, my name is Jennifer and I am Jenofeve Designs. Today we are going to continue working on the medium Wanderlust printable mini album / traveler's notebook template. And this is what we've got so far. If you want to start at the beginning from making the cover to where we're at now, there's a link in the description box below for this playlist, and it's called the Wanderlust Primrose, because that is the collection that I am using, because I am encouraging everyone to just pull from their stash. And the reason for that is because not everybody can access that paper collection, and it's kind of old, so you have to have either had it in your stash or lucky enough to get it at Michael's or something like that. So I just encourage you to use what you have. And you could also use the Floral Whimsy that we just got done using when we made this version, which is the large version. This is the standard size Traveler's Notebook. It's a little bit smaller than an actual standard size. And this is a personal size Traveler's Notebook. This should be pretty close to the right side. And then, or right size, I'm sorry. So, and then there is a small that is a pocket size Traveler's Notebook. And it should be pretty close to the actual pocket size Traveler's Notebooks out there. And they come as a bundle of all three sizes, or you can get the large medium, or you can get the medium small bundles. But anyway, so today we are going to continue on working in this medium one that we are making. There will be a link to the templates below to my Etsy shop, and we're also using the shades of color. We started using them in the last video that we did in here. So that's also available in my Etsy shop below. Etsy shop. Those are also available in my Etsy shop. And any and all products that I use, if I can find it, I will link it down below in the description box as well. So I can't always find all of the products, but if it's something that I've used before and I know and I trust, I link it anyway. If it's like a different tape or a different glue or whatever, I will link the equivalent to it. There's an actual list in my Amazon that is specifically for this mini album. That includes the paper trimmer, and everything that I use is in there. I've been trying to break it down like that so that if you're watching this mini album and you're like, oh shoot, what did she call that paper trimmer? You could go to that list in my Amazon list and you could see exactly the things that I used. Or the equivalent of that I used in the series where I make this mini album / Traveler's Notebook. Okay, so now I think we're going to do a page right here, and I've already printed everything off. I've got a candle burning with one of those salt candles because, again, my allergies are just kicking, so I'm trying to help myself here. So it's really close is what I'm trying to say. I just need to be careful not to burn myself. Okay, so one of the things I printed off was page 4, which is main base layer 3. It's page 4 in the medium, and I printed the shades of color. This is the shades of color. I printed, let's see, before I printed the page number 4, I printed, oh, sorry. I printed number 11 in the shades of color. I printed that first onto 110-pound cardstock, white cardstock, and then I printed page number 4 with the music note background. Do you see that? That's the music notes background. This was just released at the end of last month, so I printed that over top of the color number 11, which I think it turned out super pretty. What do you guys think? Don't you think that turned out really cool? It's such a faint background, but it looks so cool. It looks even better in person. It's hard to see in person, I mean on the monitor, but it looks pretty cool. So I printed that off. So I sent it through my printer first, put the color on, and then I sent it through my printer to put the template itself on there. And you're also going to need a piece of just, this is ivory or cream colored, just regular old copy paper, you know, the flimsy stuff. And then what else did I print? I printed page number 10, which is envelope number 1 and the 2 little pockets and flap. I printed that onto the a piece of the patterned paper from the collection. I think this might be one of my favorites, my favorite patterns. I just think it's so pretty. So we're going to be using a couple of elements from there. And then I also printed page number 12, which is envelope number 3, onto a coffee stained or coffee dyed regular copy paper. No, it's the ivory copy paper. So remember, this is the stuff that my husband and son made for me for MadeCon. So those are the things that we're going to use. It's funny, at MadeCon it was a joke. It was a running joke that they couldn't pause me in person, which I think is funny. So if you need to pause me right now, go ahead and pause me and go get your stuff printed out on what you want it printed out on. And then you can unpause me and then we can get started. Okay, so I think I'm going to do another version of the way I did this pocket, except I'm only going to do one pocket, side pocket, I think. Almost positive. So, and then we're also going to be using these 2 corner pockets. We're going to use it a little bit different, and I haven't tried it yet, so I'm hoping it works out. And then we're going to use this envelope as an insert. So I'm going to set this one aside, and I'm going to set this one aside too. Well, no, I need to cut those out. So I'm going to get my paper trimmer. Alright, so I just need one of these main base layer 3s. I just need one. So I'm just going to trim one, and it is going to be a side pocket, so I'm going to go ahead and take one of the long tabs off. This music note background does not really have a direction, so you're not going to go wrong if you print it out like this. So I'm going to put this in my stash over here. Okay, so then I'm going to go ahead and trim the extra off the bottom here. So we do end up needing all 3 of those tabs, so it's going to go like this. It's going to be a pocket like that. Okay, so then I want to go ahead and I'm going to separate the 2 pockets in this little flap here. I'm going to separate that from the rest of this. That's one of the envelopes, so we're not going to use that today, I don't think. And some of these banner flags, I love those things. And then there's a little tag, so I'm going to set that aside. And then I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and trim away this triangle flap, because we do not need that today either. So I'm just going to go ahead and trim it away like that and put that aside. Okay, that was a Fiskars heavy duty or precision heavy duty paper trimmer. Okay, so what I want to do is I'm going to have this on this corner here, except it's going to be a flap. So I am going to, this is going to be so cool. I think what I'm going to do is I'm not going to trim this out yet, except for this corner piece. And then I'm going to score them both, and then I think that's what I want to do anyway. Let me see. I am actually going to cut on, okay, so there's a left pocket and a right pocket. So I'm actually on the right pocket. I'm going to cut the bottom flap or tab off. We do not need that right now, I guess, or ever, since I cut it off. And then on the left one, I'm going to notch that corner out so that we can score and fold. So I'm going to get, while I got this out, I'm going to go ahead and notch these as well. So on the main base layer 3, I'm going to notch the corners out. Like that. And I'm going to score this too. And then we're going to do it all together. So I'm going to get my scoring tool. These are EK tools. And I'm going to score all 3 tabs. Oops. I got off there a little bit. My fingernail got in the way. And I'm going to score these 2 tabs. Boy, I need to be careful. I push way too hard with this cardstock. Alright, then I'm going to score this tab. Okay. Now you'll notice that I haven't trimmed it out yet. And I'll show you why in just a second. I think it'll work out better to trim it out together. You'll see. So I scored it and prepped it one way, and now I'm prepping it the other way. Actually, I am going to tab that right there. Okay, so I've got that, and then on this one, I'm going to go ahead and prep this, and I'm going to burnish that down. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and put some clear, strong, double-sided adhesive. This is from scrapbook.com. I think I'm thinking this through pretty good. And like I said in the last video, it could be a disaster, and we may have to scrap it. But I guess if you're watching it, then it must not have been too much of a disaster if you're seeing it on YouTube. All right, I'm going to go ahead and prep these as well. And I'm going to go ahead and put tape on them too, I think. Since I got my tape out. Okay, burnish that in. Okay, but I'm not going to do anything with that right now. But for this one, I am going to go ahead and attach the bottom to the side piece here. Just like that. I'm going to burnish that one down a little better. Then I'm going to remove the backing off of those two. And then I am going to attach it. Okay, so on the other side of this is that other pocket. So this is the right-hand pocket. So I'm going to be flipping that upside down and turning in that tab. Oops, I didn't do a very good job there. So then I am going to match these bottom corners up. Match them all the way up to the side. I think I did a pretty good job. I can't get over top of it, so it's really hard to see. And then I'm going to burnish it down. Right, so then I'm going to get my paper trimmer back out, just because we're going through a couple layers and it does work better. I'm going to trim them both out together, just like that, so they'll be exactly the same. And then I am going to take my scissors and just round these just a little bit. They don't have to be rounded. So now I've got this cute little pocket. What I should have done is I should have inked this side. Let me just go ahead and reach in there. I should have inked it already, but I was busy trying to focus on what I needed to, or how I was going to do this. That's okay. Okay, then I'm going to ink the outside edges real quick. Flip that, ink that. Flip that around, ink that. I'm going to ink this side of this tab. Oh, you know what, real quick. I am going to ink this edge here. And I'm going to turn it over and ink this edge here. Okay, so but before the way this is going to work is it's going to go on the page like this. And then this is going to be here. But before we attach this little flip out pocket, corner pocket, I am going to do a pocket, like a slit like I did here. So I just need to kind of figure out where I want to do that. I guess I could kind of go right here. Okay, let me get my cutting mat. And I guess I went about 1.5 inches. I sure did. I'm right about 1.5 inches in. I'm going to line up that mark I just made. Try to get it straight. Then I'm going to take my Scotch craft knife and I'm going to slice almost all the way through. Well, I'm going to slice all the way through, but I'm not going to slice through the score mark that we made on the top or the bottom. Oh, Jen, you got to push a little harder than that. Okay, let's try that again. I think I need to switch my blade up. There we go. Alright, so now let me move this. So now I'm just going to ink this edge, kind of fold it in half here. Okay. So instead of, like with this one, I had printed out another set of main base layer 3s in the cream cardstock, but I didn't need a bunch. And plus I thought, well, you know what, I could just eyeball it. It's probably what I should do, is just eyeball it. So I'm just going to kind of lay this on here. And I'm just going to kind of mark it. And then I'm going to use my paper trimmer and just cut it down. Like that. And the reason I've been liking to do it this way lately is because it gives it a smoother pocket, and you have 2 full pockets with no obstructions. So when you slide something in here, something that's going in here they're not gonna interfere with each other. So then what I need to do is I need to mark how long it is. I guess I could have waited to put my paper trimmer up. We'll just use scissors. Okay, perfect. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to run a bead of glue right here. Whoa. On top of that slit we just made. I'm going to run a bead of glue at the top of this ivory colored cardstock that was just art glitter glue, and I'm going to place it down where it needs to go, and I'm going to press. So now we have a pocket here and a pocket back here. So there will be nothing that's getting in the way and very little bulk because we're just adding a regular piece of copy paper. You know, part of me wants to put, should we try it or just leave it? Part of me wants to put like a little tab bit of glue along the edge. I'm just going to leave it. I haven't done it up to this point. Why would I want to start now, right? Okay, so now I'm going to attach, oops, did I get a little too close here? The long bottom piece to the 2 side pieces. But I think before I put this on, so it's going to go here. So I think before I put this on here, I'm going to go ahead and attach this. So it's going to be behind the pocket, down here at the bottom. Oh, you know what else? I need to do something else. So I'm glad I caught myself. So I need to put glue on the back side of this tab, or not glue, but I'm going to put tape. Actually, I'll probably double do it. I'll put tape and I'll put some glue, white glue, just to make sure it stays good and strong. So let me burnish that down. Remove that. And then I'm going to add some art glitter glue again. There are certain times where you just want that extra little bit of strength. So that's what I'm thinking here. So I'm just going to line this up. Scoot over a little bit. Well, touch that down and it's perfectly straight. Look how cute those colors look together. Aren't those cool? Alright, so now let me go ahead and burnish that really quick. Okay, because it's going to be attached down to here. Okay, but the thing is, when you open this page, it's going to flop open. So I'm going to add some magnets real quick. I haven't decided how many magnets I'm going to add. I think I'll just add just one down here just to keep it closed. Okay, so you guys remember when I told you I was looking into another magnet supplier? Well, everything is working out pretty good. I have found another one, and the prices are really good. They are called the Magnet Baron, and you get 50 to an order. Like, I think you have to buy them in 50 packs. But I still think that the price of these is way, way better than some of the other ones. And they only have, like, he was so great. I had contacted him, and I was like, so do you have 1/32 of a thickness magnet? And he didn't, so he got some for us. So I appreciate that. The only thing that he doesn't have yet is the bigger ones, the bigger disc. So I think these are 1/4 of an inch, and what was the other one? Oh, I can't remember. I will put a link down below in my description box if you want to check them out. It's the Magnet Baron. Let them know that I sent you. Just say, hey, Genevieve sent me. He was super nice, super helpful, and I really appreciate that. So anyway, we're going to give these a try. I've already used some of his other magnets already, so I know that he has good magnets. And I'm also, one of my subscribers, I don't know, I've never tried these, so we're going to see if they work. One of my subscribers, her name is Dee Dee Savelle, I don't know if I'm saying her name right, but she had a company send these to me. So thank you, Dee Dee. I'm going to try them out right now. I don't know if they'll work with these tinier magnets. They're not as big as what we're used to, but I'm going to try it. So these are just these little flat discs that are super wafer thin, it looks like. But we're going to give it a whirl. Let's see what happens. You know, stretch our magnets even that much further. So let's see. Oh, my grandpuppy's here again. So she starts carrying on. Alright, so I'm just going to grab one magnet. And he's so funny on the website. on like the product description, he's like, warning, these are very fragile, they're very tiny, you know, blah blah blah, all that. And he said, and if they break, I feel bad for you, or I feel sorry for you, or something like that. And it made me laugh out loud. I thought that's, well, you know, that's kind of the nature of the beast, isn't it? Alright, so I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to use some liquid glue, and I'm going to put it on the inside of this pocket down here. So I'm going to put it on the bottom layer right there. Where's something pokey? Pokey, pokey, pokey. And again, I'm just going to use, well, maybe. I'm just going to use some liquid glue. because my oh my gosh, my strong tape adhesive is just too thick. So I'm just going to use some liquid glue and attach that magnet. Let me let it sit. Let me see if it'll pick that up. Oh, it did. But will it be strong enough? Oh, I don't know, you guys. Especially if we use this as a pocket. Maybe we shouldn't use these. For this, maybe I should use another magnet, because I forgot that's also a pocket. So we want to make sure that it holds tight. Okay. All right. Whoops. Yeah, that's better. I think we better not use these, but I will use these. Just not in this instance right here, because I forgot that that's an actual pocket that, you know, things are going to have to go in and out. And you know what else? I think we should put it, oh, no. Okay, we'll just leave it be. We're just going to put it back here on this piece. I maybe should have put it underneath that ivory colored paper. All right, so I'm just going to, it's attached down, you know, it's grabbed onto it. I'm just going to draw a circle around it. Whee! And then I'm going to put a tiny bit of glue on that part. Tiny bit of wet glue. There. And attach that down. I need to let that sit for a minute. So now when this is attached down, we can open it up like that, and then when we close it, it should grab it. I'm wondering, since it's going through so many layers and there's gonna be inserts, should we do another one on top? Just to be safe. Let's do that. What the heck? These were such a good price. I don't even feel like I'm wasting it at all. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab 2 magnets, and I'm gonna put another dot of glue at the top here. And I'm going to attach this down like that. And then I'm going to flip it over. Where's that? There we go. And then trace around that magnet. Put a dot of glue. Attach that down. So that way, for sure. Oh, I just bit my pen. Oh no. Oh no. Okay, so that way we know for sure that the sucker is going to stay good and attached to that when we want it to be. So no matter what's in this pocket, or what's in this pocket, or what's in this pocket, it will not be flopping around. So let's go ahead and attach it down. I was thinking about covering this up, but I don't think we're going to need to, you know, cover it up with some tape. I think we're going to be just fine. Not really. I'm not really 100% sure. We can always come back and add tape at a later date. Okay, so let me go ahead, whoa, and attach this pocket down to this page. Okay, so this is the first page. So this is the back side of that first page. Oh, there's my grandpuppy. Okay, let's try that again. Oh, come on. We don't want to get too close to that score mark there. And then we want to match her up. Pretty good. I'm going to go ahead, even though it's inked already, I'm just going to give it one more inking. And I'm going to burnish this down. Oh my gosh, that looks so cute. That opens up like that, and there's a pocket right there, and there's a pocket right there. Perfect. I love it. Okay, so then the last thing we're going to do is we're going to trim this out and put this together, and then this is going to be one of the inserts. I think we're just going to do one in this video. Alright, I'm going to finish trimming this out, and I'm going to score it, and then I'll be right back. Actually, I trimmed it out, but I didn't score it. I'm just going to show you that you don't need to score it. You can just fold it with your fingers. No big deal. Because it's the, you know, if you use thinner paper, you can totally just score it with your fingers. Or fold it with your fingers. Okay. Alright, so I don't know if I've pointed this out to you guys already or not, but this can be folded either way. It could be folded this way, where this part is folded up and glued down, or you can flip it around and it can be folded this way and this part is folded up and glued down. I'm going to do it this way because it gives you more visual room there. So I'm just going to get my glue back out. And I'm just going to run a little bit of glue there and there. A little bit of glue here, here. So this is the beauty of printing on the coffee stained paper, is you don't have to really ink it. It looks cool already. I mean, you could go in and ink the inside if you wanted to, just a little bit. Matter of fact, I will do that. Like this flap right here. Oops. I mean this crease right here. Right, just like that. Just a little bit here. But the rest of it, like my printer skipped right there. Like that. So I'll just go ahead and get that. So right there's my cute little envelope. And that is just Distress ink walnut, or I'm sorry, Distress oxide walnut stain. That's the ink that I'm using. And then this could, wouldn't that be cute if it was just right there? Oh my gosh, that is so cute. I love it. Isn't that cool? What a cool little way to use that cute little pocket. I like that a lot. Boy, lots of stuff can fit in there as well. I'm wondering, should we do, you know what we should do? We should do like a paper clip. Let me find if I've got any paper clips. Oh, there's some rusted ones there. I don't want a big one. Are those all big ones? Do I have a smaller one? Yeah, there's one. Do I have any charms in here? Let's see. Nope. Alright, let me find a charm. I think it needs to have a charm. Let's see. I just put some up the other day. Well, I've got these. These are oh, wait a minute. Hold on. These will go. These are, I got these at Hobby Lobby. I've showed you guys these before. Aren't they so cute? They're so cute. I'm going to use one of these. I just need to figure out which one I want to use now. I don't know why I thought they had pink. Is there something else that I use that have pink? Shoot. I don't know. So I'm not going to use that. I thought I had something else sitting out here that was pink. But anyway, I could use either one of these green colors. Even the yellow will work, but I think it might be too clashy. But this red definitely is not going to work. But anyway, I got these at Hobby Lobby. This is Fairy Tale brand by Bead Treasures. I think I'm gonna use the darker one, I think. No, I've only got one. Let's use the lighter one. So I'm just gonna snip this away from the package here, using my Tim Holtz scissors. And then I'm gonna put this on the paper clip, and that'll be helping keeping that closed. I don't have anything in it currently, but when I do, it will be. My nails are way too long to be doing this. Well, shoot. There we go. So, isn't that cute? We could also use like a little mini Tim Holtz paper clip, but I like the rusted. So, oh my gosh. What do you guys think? Ah, so cute. I love that. I love that. Okay, let's see. Should we do anything else, or should we just leave it be? Here's all my cutoffs. Should I put this envelope in there? Is that's probably too much of that. I have this from doing this page. I have all kinds of cool stuff, but I think I'm just gonna leave it. I mean, I want to use this, but just not in this page. That is so cute. That is so cute. I love that. All right, I'll quit talking about how cute that is. Okay, so yeah, I think we're just gonna leave it at that. Yeah, my ruler's a little distracting, isn't it? But look at that. I love it. It is so awesome. Okay, you guys. I'm done. I'm done oohing and ahhing. I just think it's super cute. I hope you guys like it too. If you like it, give me a thumbs up. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Be sure to subscribe to my channel if you have not already. Go ahead and hit this little circle right there, and then hit the bell icon so that you'll be notified when I upload a video. And then here's a link to my Etsy shop if you're interested in the Wanderlust templates or the shades of color. They will be located in my Etsy shop, and then there should be some other videos up here that you may enjoy watching. So I will see you guys next time. Bye.